the new out of focus CrystalSkim 350s. Why is that not? Look at that. It's focusing on this here. No, stop. It really likes this bit of vallus here. Hey everyone, Fish Shop Matt here. So today I was just about to leave the shop and I remembered that there was a product I wanted to show you. Hopefully MD Fish Tanks has released this video by now, because as you can see all the fish are in the 8-foot build behind me and it's looking absolutely fantastic. But the product I wanted to show you was actually the new Focus CrystalSkim 350 from Oase. It's a new skimmer that they've got out for planted tanks, well, for freshwater aquariums. Saying that, it might be for marine as well, we'll find out in a minute. But it's a new little skimmer that I've really been anticipating and wanted to come out. So this video is no way sponsored by them or affiliated with them. I've just got a couple of them in the shop that I finally managed to get my hands on. So let's have a look, let's unbox them and see what they do. So, here it is, the CrystalSkim 350. Now I know they've got plans for a bigger one of this later on in the year. I think there's a 600 coming out. So that'll be quite exciting to see that one. But this one does do up to 350 litre aquariums. So not sure they needed a bigger one, but a bigger one is on the way. Box is fairly standard, you know, all the normal rubbish on that. The exciting bit is inside. The only scissors I picked up are a pair of scaping scissors, so we'll just have to see if I can, yeah, it's fine. Open it up. Let's have a look inside. So, it's a really dainty, really small, cool little bit of kit. You know, there's really nothing. Oh my word! You get tweezers with it. That is, I don't think I can focus on that. That is Oase branded tweezers to clean your filters out with. That is fantastic. Good job on that. But yeah, so they're a really cool little skimmer. So if you're having problems with like duckweed or that horrible surface scum, anything like that, this is really going to answer all your prayers. Instructions, yeah, you know, all the normal paperworky sort of stuff. Yeah, bored of that. So yeah, really cool little thing. Now I've already managed to take it apart somehow. I see, cool, yeah. So that is how it sits in the aquarium. So you've got 2 suction cups on the back. Oh, nice little mounting plate for it to sit on. That works really nicely, that's smart. I'm guessing the pump's in the bottom. And then you've got the filter in the top. I just dropped that, it's gone now. 2 seconds. No, it's gone. It's fully gone. I think it entered an alternate reality. Found it. I'm back. Don't drop that behind the till of your local aquatic store, because it honestly goes missing completely. So where was I? Yeah, cool. So we've got many different grills that sit on the top of this. Sorry, I'll make sure it's in shot. This is my first product review, so don't blame me for it being rubbish. So you have got this floating ring here, which is like that. You've then got the grill that stops fish from getting in there. Obviously you've got a little sponge down inside as well that will stop any muck getting into the impeller. So I think from what I was being told, yeah, look at that. This all comes apart. And then you can have a different, okay, yeah, cool. So you can have that one sat on top, and then that floats up and down to allow your water level to change and fluctuate. That then stops any plants going in there, and then you can run it without that, and obviously fish can get in there then, but you can then run it like that so that you can get a maximum amount of debris. And like we saw earlier with your little nice little tweezers, you can get your sponge out. How fancy is that? So yeah, really cool little unit, to be honest. I don't know how this bottom bit comes off. I don't know if it does. It must come off to, oh yeah, oh, simple as that. Just literally pulls off and you can get into the impeller. So yeah, that's a really nice little design. Really simple, really easy. Yeah, that clips on really nicely. Jot, I'm really impressed with this little thing. Like, there's not much to it, but you don't really need much to it. You don't need to overcomplicate things like this in the hobby. They just need to be simple and they need to work. You know, there's quite a few companies that have tried to do these over the years and have not failed necessarily, but not done it as well as what these guys seem to have done. And then, oh, I see. Oh, so that's cool. So I don't know if you can see on the top of there, there's a plus and minus. So the more, so where you twist that, that turns the flow up and down. Do you know what? That's a really fancy little bit of kit, that. Tell you what, let's go run it on a tank and see what we're doing. So I thought MD Fishtank's 200 litre in the shop would be a good one to run it on. We've got a few floating plants from big frog bit in here, so I don't think that will get stuck in there. But we do get trimming stuck up on the surface, so we'll see how well it deals with all that plant matter that we've got sat up there. So as you can see, I've just turned it on, and already it's trying to draw my frog bit into the skimmer, which is a really good sign. Obviously this is designed up to 350 litre aquariums, and this is only on a 200, so it is going to perform a bit better. Now you can see it's obviously the plants are getting caught in that inner trap, or that inner grill there, so that's stopping a lot of the plants from going down into the sponge. So if you wanted to, what you can do, I should probably turn it off first actually. Take two. If you wanted to, what you can do is remove that and remove that. So that's the grill to stop the fish getting stuck or getting caught in there. And you can then just float him on top. So there's 3 different ways of running this. 3 or 4 possibly. Probably should have read the instructions. Yeah, so you've got that one, and that one. So yeah, you've got 3 different ways, or a few different ways of running it. You can run it like this, so that's just going to suck the muck straight in. So let's turn that on and see what that does. Oh wow, yeah. So it's obviously not going to deal with these bigger leaves that are coming in now, but that has drastically increased the amount of water that is being pulled down into that section there. Go away, frog bit. So yeah, you can see all the leaves are getting sucked straight in there. Yeah, that is some flow. Now obviously I can turn this up. If I go down and then go like that. Oh wow, yeah, so there you go. That is on full flow now. So you can see that duckweed, oh yeah, it's just literally sucking everything in. Now obviously bigger bits like this it's going to struggle with. But if you want to, let's turn it off again. You can run it on the other setting, which is to remove that piece entirely. I'm just going to check in the instructions that I'm allowed to run it like this, with just this piece on. I hope this is focusing. There we go. So I'm going to run it with just this piece on here. See how that works, because that floats. But I'm going to check on the instructions that I am allowed to run it with just that piece. Ah, cool. So they give you a really cool instruction manual. Hopefully that'll focus. There we go. So depending on what you've got in your aquarium, it tells you what it's going to suck up and what it's going to get rid of. So you can just run it with the grill on the top, which is going to get rid of a little bit of like sort of surface scum, a little bit of leaves, but it's safe for your fish. You can then run it with the grill, the sort of castle turret thing. Don't know what that's called. And that helps you, gets rid of both. Yeah, I see. That one though, having it open topped, they say not to run it with fish, which makes sense because obviously that would then mean that the fish would get sucked straight into that foam chamber. While I'm stood next to it, and I can see all the fish are at the other end of the tank, I'm going to run it and we'll see how much more muck we get sucking in. Oh wow, yeah. So you can already see all of this stuff, all of this bits of plant is being dragged in and being sucked in. Look at that. So yeah, you can't run that with fish because obviously they might end up in there. But if you're stood next to your tank for 10 minutes and just want to turn it on for 10 minutes, that'd be perfect. It would get rid of all your duckweed, all of the muck off the top of the tank. It would suck it all in. So that's only been running for a short period of time. But if I grab the sponge, and if I keep that floating bit, or the collar around it, that means everything will come out with it. And so it's only been running a few minutes, a couple of minutes maximum. And it has already pulled all of these bits in that you can see, if it focuses. There we go. It's already pulled all of that duckweed, all of those little bits and pieces into the filter. That's a really cool little unit and such a great design with all of these sort of fittings that you've got where you can exchange the fittings. Focus. Where you can exchange the fittings like that, so you can have that one. You can then pop that one up through the center and have that one. This is going to be a great little tool for anyone with an aquascape that suffers with that sort of surface scum and you just want to move that surface. It's brilliant. So honestly, what a great little skimmer that is. You really can't go far wrong. And because, like I say, you can take that out, get everything out without actually having to take it out of the aquarium. And also, if you do need to get the motor part out, it unclips from the bracket. So you can just leave the bracket in place in the aquarium and get your surface skimmer out to give it a good clean, and then it just slides back in. Oh, I see. Oh, see, they think of everything. Look at that. You see that little clip there? That's for your cable to run through. I didn't even see that. So yeah, that holds your cable in place whilst you're messing around with your tank. So yeah, look, that's where your cable sits. Honestly, Oase do think of everything. But yeah, that's perfect. Like I say, you can just unclip it, pull it out of the aquarium, maintain it, clip it back in, clip your cable in, and away you go. And with those 3 different guards on it, so you've got the sort of castle turret guard, as I would say, that's going to pull in your find. You can just run this one so that it literally siphons everything into that sponge, but that's not ideal with fish. And then you've got that guard that's going to stop any fish and shrimp getting in there. Really, this is the most comprehensive surface skimmer I've ever seen on the market to date. Like, honestly, if you're suffering with any surface scum, any muck, anything like that, the Oase CrystalSkim is the way to go forward. And free tweezers. Can't go wrong. Hope you found this product review useful. It's no way sponsored or paid for by Oase. It's just a product that I've been really excited for, and it's a bit of a random product. There's not many out there on the market that do what this thing does. And like I say, it does it well. So if you are suffering with surface scum, duckweed, anything like that, get yourself one of these, because they are just going to make your life so much easier. Obviously, in the future, I'm going to be doing more product reviews, going to be doing a few more bits and pieces in the shop. If there's any products that you'd like me to cover, just let me know in the comments. If I've got them, I'll open them up and we'll have a look, and I'll give you an honest, review on what I think they are. If I haven't got it in the shop, I'll try and get my hands on it and see if I can, work out what it does or how well it does it. Hope you've enjoyed it again. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, bell icon, I don't know, whatever else I need to tell you to do nowadays. Have a good one. Peace.